Well, here we are, the start of Surfing Australia's 50th anniversary. And we're starting where it all started, at Freshwater Beach. That is one of the most hallowed surfboards, the most famous planks in the world. Duke Kohanamoku rode that board in 1915, February 1915, and that was the start of Australian surfing. We're about to celebrate, we've got all the names, and here we go. And the good news is, you're coming along for the ride. It's nice to have a friend at the highest level of the political tree, and we have one here today, ladies and gentlemen. Can you please welcome him, the Honourable Wayne Swan, MP.
Thanks very much, Tim. I'd like to skedaddle for a paddle right now. If you go for a surf these days, there'll be people of all ages. There'll be probably more women than men. You'll see parents, grandparents, all out there together surfing. It's quite amazing to see. If you think about Australia, we're the 12th largest economy in the world. When it comes to population, we rank at 51. But when you think about the population of world surfing champions, we are number one.
His job is a lark. His name is Andrew Stark. He's the CEO of Surfing Australia. Please make him welcome and his visit.
Today is, a very proud moment for the organisation and something that we've been working for many years towards to celebrate 50 years, and we really want to make the celebration something special.
So I'm very proud to show you all the stamps that will be on sale from February. The revealing of the stamps.
Look, it's been a mainstream sport in Australia in the sense that we've had enormous participation for so many years. But surfing to some extent has hit its light under a bushel, and now we're just telling the people the way it really is.
No, there's no question it's a legitimate mainstream sport, and in many ways it says a lot about our country. To grow into a sport which spans the generations, spans the sexes and so on is phenomenal, and Surfing Australia's done a great job to harness all of that and to get the sport to where it is today.
Started with such a bang that I think we tend to have forgotten that, and the real reason for that was people like the bloke behind me here, Midget Farrelly, like the other people who are at the core of the Australian Surf Riders Association when it began way back in 1963.
7 times ASP Women's World Champion and Surfing Australia board member, Lanos Beachley.
Obviously the things that ring most true for me is winning world titles and essentially having the opportunity to not only become a world champion but rewrite the history books, create a lasting legacy and establish a wonderful platform for the likes of Stephanie Gilmore and other world champions to come through and legitimise women's world surfing.
4 times Men's World Champion Mark M.R. Richards.
I didn't think we'd ever be at this point, where we've reached the 50-year milestone, and we have, this incredible book that Phil Jarrett has written being launched today, and also, it was launched by the acting Prime Minister, Wayne Swan. So, it's amazing to see where surfing was in the late 70s and where it is now, and it's incredible that it's held in such high regard in this country.
2 times ASP Men's World Champion and dodgy moustache grower, Tom Carroll.
I want this to be a legitimate sport. So for me, there's been so many people along the way that have made that happen, but to see it come to this level today with the acting Prime Minister Wayne Swan, being a surfer himself, genuinely sort of expresses his support from the heart to Surfing Australia, and it's just extraordinary seeing that. For me, it's just, we're light years ahead now.
I'm really proud, and I'm really stoked that it's happening on my watch. It's a milestone in Surfing Australia's history, and I'm looking forward to the next 50 years as well.
I think last time I was at the High Performance Surfing Centre up in northern New South Wales, I declared that from that day forth I was going to be the Minister for Surfing. And today, as the Acting Prime Minister, I'm going to declare that surfing should be compulsory for everybody under 18. That is one of the privileges that does come.